Okay, hello everyone. Hello. Hi, Parshan and Emmanuel and Biwi and Anna. Hello, nice to see you. Okay, so everyone, please find the chat and tell me hello. Hi, Ahmed. I am Margaret and Lizette and Ashish. And yes, Anthony. Hi. How can you hear me well? Hi, Tariq. Tulan, good to see you. And Anita, excellent to see you. Hi, Marcel, love, love, love. Hey, Carmela and Lizette and Anthony. Wow, so nice. Nice to see you. Yes, I can hear you well. Hi, Kamal, nice to see you. Okay, so hi, David. Okay, so if you're first time here, we are on part 64 of the Advanced Relationship and Family Academy. And although it's part 64, it's actually a standalone lesson. I'm going to do a little bit of recap so new people can get what we are talking about. The important thing is you need to participate. You have to find the chat and participate. I will show you the chat. It looks something like that. So I will be in communication with you. Hi, Bernard. Hi, Luciana. Hi, Kyle. Nice to see you. Interesting weather in Cape Town today. It's not as heaven as it used to be. I don't know, something, God is not happy with us. Hi, Bill. Hi, Bridget. Lots of rain. Yes. We need more colors. We need your colors. Okay. So are you ready to start? Are you ready to start? Hi, Vikram. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, okay. Just a viewpoint. Hi, Shamaya. Manish, hi. Okay. So let's start. Today is September 28, 2024, and we are starting with agreements. Okay. No recording, please. No video, audio. Nothing I say today is true unless, of course, it is true for you. The seminar has been designed to bring about a shift in viewpoint from effect to cause, from slow, unnoticeable decline to a powerful, never-ending climb. But the key to getting those results is participation. People that have been with me for a while know that the secret for success is participation. Actually, I've done about a month or so ago a seminar in Canada that was a 1 week long seminar. And I've done an IQ test, duplication test, and personality test at the beginning of the seminar for everyone, all the participants. Day one, before I've said anything, before I've said hello, they've done those tests. And after a week, I've done the test again, and everyone improved. But the rate of improvement in IQ was proportional to the rate of participation. People that participated improved a lot. People that did not participate improved very, very little. And it's really a big loss for them because it's really a chance of a lifetime to raise your IQ. Some people raise the IQ by 20, 25 points. So if you started at 120, you are now at 140 or 145, which is a genius. So this is really, really unbelievable. And the key was participation. So if you want to participate, if you want to have out of this webinar, not just, oh, that's nice ideas, but if you want to really improve, you need to participate. Do we agree? Yes, yes, yes. And let me say hello to you. Hi. Hello. So I'm looking down. When I'm looking down is because I'm looking at the comments. Okay. Okay. Good. So we have an agreement. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. Now, if you don't participate with each and every question I ask, you will not have the shift in viewpoint. But if you do, my friend, you will discover just how powerful you are, and it is nothing you've ever imagined. There's one thing that you're not supposed to know, which is how powerful you are. And how do I know that? How do I know how much you don't know that you are powerful? By the rate of your insistence on being right. The more you want to be right, the less you know how powerful you are. It's quite amazing. A person that is really powerful and he knows that he is powerful, he doesn't worry about barking dogs. If a dog tells him you are wrong, so a dog told him that he is wrong. He doesn't worry about it. But a weak person worry about an ant that tells him that he is wrong. So he will insist on being right, and so he will become wrong. If you're not in communication, if you just inhale information, you will suffocate. Do we have an agreement? Yes, it's very true. We do. Yes. And it is wow. Yes, Tariq, very smart. Yes. Okay, let's start. So I'm starting, as I said, with the recap. So what we're talking about something that I call the relationship snake. The relationship snake is a person that scroll or crawl around other people and without you noticing, destroy your relationship. Now, since the only thing that define your success is the quality and the number of your relationships, you will see that every relationship that has been destroy your potential of success. Actually, the longest running study that has ever been made in history is going on for the past more or less 90 years. It has been done on a group of 1,000 people. One of them was one of the presidents of the United States. And it's been done on the children and children. And they found that what defines how healthy you are, how happy you are, and how wealthy you are is the quality and the number of relationships you maintain. It's just unbelievable. The quality and the quantity of the relationship that you maintain define how happy you are, how healthy you are, and how wealthy you are. You can go if you want. I can send you the link for that study. It is quite phenomenal study, really unbelievable. So relationship is everything, okay? And whoever destroyed the relationship, destroy you. Anyone that destroy your relationship, destroy you. Regardless of what you think, if someone destroy your relationship, they destroy you. But the snake, like the snake in the Garden of Eve, you don't really notice that he's destroying you. You don't really notice that he's poisoning your relationship until it is too late. And even when I show you that there is a relationship snake, when thing breaks, you don't actually notice that the source is a relationship snake. Even when you know it, it is very, very hard for you to spot it. You need someone exterior to you to tell you, look, this person is a relationship snake. He told you that, and now you think that that's what you think, but it's not what you think. It is someone that injected to you, and you've been vaccinated against me. Are you with me? Okay, so let's start. How would you define the word relationship? Since we're talking about relationships next, let's define the word relationship. How will you define the word relationship? Pureness of the connection between particles. Yes, communication between two or more people or things. Communication. Communication maybe is a synonym, it's not a definition, but it's good. Bond between people. Yes. The awareness of the connection between particles. Yes. your connection between two people, exactly. So last time I wanted to show you a video, a pure connection between two particles. Last time I wanted to show you a video. I'm going to show you this video it's a very, very short video, maybe 1-2 minutes, but it will give you a concept that we will talk about later. Okay, here we go. Boom.
These are two pieces of metal. They aren't magnetic and they don't have any adhesives of any kind on them. The surfaces are smooth and they don't have any noticeable grooves. I can touch them together and they don't stick. However, if I slide them together like this, they stick together like super magnets. They are clearly stuck together and I can't even pull them apart. If I twist them apart, they'll go back to being separate pieces of non-magnetic metal. What's happening? Well, these are actually gauge blocks, which are blocks of smooth metal that are precisely manufactured to be certain lengths so machinists can calibrate their machines and measurement tools. The extremely smooth surfaces are why they stick together. Properly run gauge blocks can hold 75 foot-pounds of force before coming apart, and this actually is useful so machinists can combine gauge blocks of different lengths to essentially make more gauge blocks of many more lengths than they already have. They generally use the biggest ones they have so they can achieve the desired length without the small tolerances adding up.
Okay, so the gauge block. Why do I show you the gauge block? Because you see that when the surfaces are extremely clean, you cannot help it but stick together. Are you with me? In order to stick two things together, you need clean surfaces. And in relationship is exceptionally important, and hence my definition of the word relationship is that it's a word that describes the pureness of the connection between particles. That's relationship. Because relationship can be between people, it can be between you and your body, it can be between you and someone that died, it can be between you and a spirit, it can be between you and another organization, it can be between you and another person. The pureness of the connection defines the quality of the relationship. And what is a dirt in a relationship? A dirt in a relationship is anything that you are unwilling to communicate. Anything that was not communicated is a dirt. Are you with me? Because the connection between two people is actually a very, very, very strong communication. The strongest communication will be the communication that have no distance between it. So if you communicate with yourself, it's the best communication because there is no distance between you and yourself. The more dirt you put between you and another person, the worse the communication. Are you with me? It's actually quite amazing that if I take, this is one person and this is another person, okay? I define the word love, as some of you know, as the urge to share the same space. When you share the same space, the communication is so amazing that you really have, you just know everything, you fully understand. So you will see that the less you communicate, the longer the distance, the less love you have. And what prevents you from communication? Dirt. Dirt prevents you from communication. If I have dirt here and I have dirt here, if I have dirt here, when I will try to connect, it will block me. So I will not love. The word love means the urge to share the same space. And if something block me from sharing the same space, I will not love. I will invent all kind of excuses for why I'm not sharing the same space, why I want to get away from her or from him. But the actual reason is there is something here that I'm unwilling to communicate. There's something that if I will remove this block and communicate, I think that it will cause me something bad. It is basically, this is you and this is everyone else, okay? And the moment that you do something that you consider is not okay, you are hiding it from these people. You don't want them to see. And you're hiding it from that people, and you're hiding it from that person, and you're hiding it from this person, and you're hiding and you're hiding and you're hiding and you're hiding and you're hiding. So these things cannot get close to you. They're blocked by what you were hiding. Are you with me? So really a relationship get created by two people. Relationship get created by two people, but relationship get broken by one. He puts some dirt. Are you with me? Relationship get created by two people, but it get broken by one at a time. And so a relationship can be fixed by one, simply removing what you're hiding. Are you with me? This is really, really, really major. The more you understand this concept, the more you understand why I say that the definition of the word relationship is simply a word that describes the pureness of the connection between two particles or between particles. It is a pure connection between two people. Relationships are held together by the pureness of the connection that enables pure interchange. So it's not the interest, it's not what I have, what's in it for me that holds the relationship together. It is actually the pureness of the line. What's in it for me and what's in it for you define what kind of particles I will send on the line. But what's hold the line, what holds the communication line, this thing that connect between us, what's hold it together is the pureness of the connection. And like if you have a water pipe that get blocked, water do not flow, the same thing here. If you put dirt on the line, the communication will not flow, you will not get closer. Are you with me? It's really fascinating. Any single problem you have in life is a relationship problem. All problems in life is a relationship problem, which means all problems in life is a problem with the dirt that you created in the relationship with another. This is quite unbelievable. Why? If you don't know that, the problem can be any problem. But if you know that, you at least know what is the problem. It's not that the problem can be this and that and that and that. No, there's only one reason for any problem. It is a relationship problem. Example of that: lies, stealing, cheating, not communicating, miscommunicating, misunderstanding words, saying that you'll do something and then you will not do it. Like anything that a person consider that is not, that a society consider that is not ethical. Are you with me? That's very good, Biwi. What happened is once you do one of those bad things, this is me, and this is you, okay? And let's say that I did something bad, okay? Let's say that I did something bad. Because I want to be right, which is the worst thing that happened to you, because I want to be right, I cannot see what I've done because I justify it. And what I will do instead, I will find the excuses to explain how you are wrong. So when you feel that someone else is wrong, what you need to know is that you've done something bad. Are you with me? So you've got person A and person B. Person B tried to train person A to teach him something, to help him. Person A is not ethical because he got past misunderstood words, he a little bit lie, he twists the truth. So he will say that I train him harshly instead of saying thank you for the training. Obviously, person A is in treason. Are you with me? You have a husband A and a wife B. Okay, this is the wife and this is the husband. And the husband, when he met before the wife became a wife, he saw the lady, and he said, "I will give an arm and a leg just to touch your hair." So he was willing to do anything for her just to be with her. Yes, even better than Adam. You know, Adam just gave a rib. Your husband was willing to give an arm and a leg. So, so So he's like, I will do anything. Yes. Now he go and he cheat his wife. He cannot be wrong because he has to be right. So he start to invent reasons why his wife is wrong. That's called the justification. He justify his action by making his wife wrong. And when his wife is wrong enough, he become right enough, and he hope he can survive. But the only problem is that the side effect is that the distance between them grows. And because the distance between them grows, the help that he needs from his wife will never come. The admiration that he needs from his wife will never come. And since he will continue to commit the same kind of a sin, because one of the problem with sins like drugs, once you start, you cannot stop. It's much like drugs. Once you start, if you don't have a specific technology to remove the source of you wanting the drugs, you can go to the 12 step or 50,000 steps. You will stay a druggie, even if you are not using at the moment. Yes. So if you don't know how to remove that thing, much like drugs, it's just a temporary stop that you have. Because like drugs, once you start to commit a sin, you'll commit more and more and more. If you eat one piece of chocolate in your diet, you'll hit the whole box. You don't cheat in your diet only with one piece of chocolate. True or false? You'll find that if you start to lie, you lie. It's not that you lie one single time and never again. You find that if you start to steal, you steal. If you start to have delays, you will have delays. If you don't answer your emails, you will stop answer communications. It's not one, because it's like a drug. You need more and more and more of the bad thing. And you think, no, but this is bad to lie. It's worse to take drugs. It's exactly the same. Are you with me? So if you don't find, and everyone has this thing, if you don't learn how to remove the source of that, you can go to 12 steps, 13 steps, 24 steps program, whatever program, you will not actually recover. There's a specific way to remove this thing. I will teach you that way. One of the things that I will teach you in the extreme wisdom is how to remove these things. And there is different level of removing the things. There is one level, which is some of you know on how to remove these things. This is just level 1. Because why did you do the first sin? So there's a lot to do here, and we're going to do it. It's very good to keep it from everyone because it's always almost found out exactly. Now, no one ever exploited you in a relationship. Now, what happened is that the relationship snake, one of the ways that he bites you, he convinces you that people using you. They convince you that you are too good. They convince you that you give too much. They convince you that you are too soft. They convince you that you are being exploited. Did you ever hear? Did you ever had a friend that told you, "Oh, you know, you are too good," and eventually you go to the idea, you know what? I think that my problem is that I'm too good. How can too good be? How can you be too good? You can only be too bad. It's like, how can there is too much sugar? It couldn't be, yes? Are you with me? Yes, too nice, too soft. Exactly. So you couldn't be too good because good is what everyone is after. So how can you be too good? Did you notice that when someone is really good, you are willing to do anything for them? When someone is really nice, everyone is willing to do anything for them? If I'll take a baby, it's not that one is giver and one is taker. It's not correct. Everyone is giver until they found a snake that convinced them that they should go against their basic purpose, which is to help. If I take a baby and I put him in the middle of the road, what will happen? What do you think will happen? You take a 3 years old child, you put him in the middle of the road or on the sidewalk. Everyone will stop to help him. True or false? Everyone will stop to help him. Yes? Why? Why? Because he's good. There is only good in a child. Yes? There is only good in a child. So everyone stopped to help him. So when someone convinces you that you are too good, basically he says, look, I'm going to cheat you into making sure that no one will help you. And in this universe, no one survives alone. You succeed because a lot of people were willing to help you. The only reason you succeed is because of your relationship. A lot of people were willing to help you. So if I convince you that you are too good, I convince you to fail. I convince you to isolate yourself in a bubble. You'll be extremely lonely and you will insist that you are too good. You isolate yourself so you will not give good to other people by mistake. Are you with me? Do you understand the insanity? It's totally the opposite of what you'll think. It's not. Instinctively you'll do the opposite because the whole society operates on this slide. Everyone was convinced you are too good. Actually, you couldn't be too good. There is no such thing as too good. Like, is there such thing as too healthy? Is there such thing as too beautiful? Is there such thing as too rich? No. If you are rich ethically, there is no such thing as too rich. Only people that want you to fail will tell you that you are too rich or you are too good. The same thing. It's really amazing. Really amazing. No one can exploit you in a relationship. Now, before you'll understand that no one can exploit you, it's not that only that no one exploited you, but no one can exploit you. Because if I decide that someone can use me, It means that I'm totally an effect. It means that I did not put my body here. It means that I do not control the result. It means that I'm useless. And it's not true, because the spirit is source, the spirit is cause. How about people who are conned into Raymond scheme where they lost all their money? Did the person? Yeah, they've done it because they've done it before to someone else. They've done it. They got conned because they conned someone else first, and they invited it. They become blind. Nothing happened to you if you didn't do it before, even if it's for a baby. And the only reason why you don't see it because you think that people live once. Believe me, they don't. If you want, I will remind you personally who you were. So what happened, this is you, and you do things that are bad for other people. And if you do those things, two things happening. Number one, you become blind. Number two, you believe that these bad things are good. You want them. If you steal, people steal from you. If you cheat, people will cheat you. If you make someone sick, you will become sick because you think it's good, because you do it for someone else and you're a good person. If you want to be healthy, make someone else healthy. If you want to be rich, make someone else rich. If you want to be beautiful, make someone else beautiful. You'll see that if you will start to see the beauty in others, you will become beautiful. The reason that artists are have a better result, better pictures, better movies, better when they are really an artist, is because they see the good in life and not the bad. So you become what you put out there. You cannot, you know that I say that you cannot love yourself. This is the body, and this is your mind, and this is you. You is the spirit, okay? And I'm not going to explain everything about it. Yes, and you'll see that you have a mind, you have a brain, you have a body, you have a car, you have a nightmare, you have a wife, you have a husband. Yes, this is what you have. You are you. And because you are you, you cannot love yourself, because if you love yourself, it means that there is a higher you that somehow has been created that love, that own you, that love you. So the only thing that you can is love another. Actually, you are your viewpoint on other people. If you think other people are bad, believe me, you are bad. You will not admit it, but you are. If you think that other people are stupid, you are stupid, because otherwise you will see that maybe they're stupid and you fix them. You will not say, oh, they're stupid, there's nothing to do. Are you with me? You are your viewpoint on other people. You are your viewpoint on other people. So if you want to improve you, improve your viewpoint on others. If you want to be more happy, make other people happy. If you want to be richer, make other people richer. If you want to look better, younger, look at other people as better, as younger. That's amazing. Yes, good, Natasha. Difference between admiring ourselves or our action. You don't admire yourself. You don't need to admire yourself. You can admire an action, but an action is not you. You are your viewpoint on other people, 100%. And it's not karma, because karma is an effect. Karma is an effect viewpoint. It just happened to me. This is, I'm bringing it on myself because I think it's good. This bad thing I think is good, so I bring it to myself actively. It's not karma. It's not that something that happened from the universe. I bring it on me. Yes. Are you with me? Do you understand the different viewpoint? Thank you, Marcel. So no one can exploit you in a relationship. Get off that. Stop blaming and start being yourself. When someone says, oh, he exploited me, oh, you're a victim. Okay. So continue to be useless and let's see how far you get. Whenever you find yourself being a victim, you need to know that it's a lie, because you are the spirit. You are the most powerful thing in this universe. Actually, I say that you are perfect, and anything that is not perfect is not you. You are not your pains. You're not your possessions. You're not your worries. You are you, and you are perfect. And anything that is not perfect is not you. How perfect you are, you bring about something out of nothing. Anything around you, you bring about. So the you above you is in a spirit. There is no you above you, like there is no glass above the glass. You are you. I am me. When someone asks me, who are you? I am me. I'm not something. I am the spirit. I have a body. I have a mind. I eat a brain, and I operate a body. Are you with me? Before you realize that you are not something. You create something. You are not something. You will be a slave. Imagine that the driver thinks that he is the car. Imagine that the driver thinks that there is another driver that drives the car. How well will he drive the car? And who is he the driver or the other driver? Are you with me? You are you, simple. You are the nothingness that can bring about a somethingness. There is no such thing as exploiting you in a relationship except for one situation. And let me explain. How would you define the word exploit? What does it mean, exploit? How would you define the word exploit? To use you in their own benefit, misuse something, yes. To get without exchanging, criminal exchange, something for nothing, yes. To use someone for bad cause, yes. To take advantage of, very good. To be taken advantage of without you realizing it, excellent. To treat someone unfairly, yes. To take advantage, yes, you got the idea. You totally have the idea. Yes. Okay. So this is what the dictionary said. The dictionary said to take advantage of somebody, much like you said, to take a selfish or unfair advantage of a person or a situation, usually for personal gain. Use something for benefits, to use or develop something in order to gain benefit. Okay. So this is the dictionary. Okay. Now, my definition is exploit means to use someone by force below their awareness, resulting in turning the person into a physical universe particle. You can exploit the chair, you can exploit your computer, you can exploit a stone, not a person, and I will explain to you why. First, you cannot take advantage of someone in a relationship, since a relationship by definition is a condition of give and take, pure interchange. True or false? It's a pure interchange. I'm with you, and we have give and take. And if the give and take is not fair, I can do something about it. Are you with me? I can always give more. Second, the only exception, it is usually the person that complains of being exploited that is doing the exploiting by being a snake that bites with the exploit venom. It is usually the person that complain. Well, I can say that it's always the person that complain that actually committed the sin. By force below awareness, if I come to you and I make you wrong, and I make you wrong, and I make you wrong, and I confuse you, and you really believe that you are wrong, I use force below your awareness to confuse you. Bill, do you understand? By the way, it can be physical force. It can be drugs. Drug, pain, and hypnosis is ways to cause a person to be exploited. Drug, pain, sex, and hypnosis is the way that you actually can exploit a person. But even that, he agreed to be there. Are you with me? The only way to exploit a person, and still it does not mean that he's not responsible, is drug, pain, sex, and hypnosis. Sometimes people want to improve and they're going to get hypnotized, totally being unaware that the problem is that they are hypnotized. They need to unhypnotize a person to improve. So verbal abuse has nothing, because if I say to you a bad word in Hebrew, it means nothing. You give the value to the word, as opposed to pain, which is a wide agreement that bodies can have pain. There's a wide agreement on chemicals, drugs. There's a wide agreement on sex, and they're using sex as a mechanism to suppress. And hypnosis is a point where you agreed that you give away your power of choice. This is what hypnosis means, to give away your power of choice to the person that hypnotizing you. So verbal abuse is not abuse, and that's why you can have freedom of speech, and the freedom of speech should be anything. If someone thinks that Jewish people are dirty and they're telling me you are a dirty Jew, I will look at that and I said, thank you for telling me. And I will say, look, something do not add up. I just took up a shower about an hour ago. Where am I dirty? You know, it's not serious. It's just words. It's just words. Words don't have power. Put your hand next to the worst word that you can say, and you'll see that it has exactly the same power as saying hello. Words don't have power. You give them power. When I meet a lady, let's say the first time I met my wife, and she said, "Oh, you're acting so stupidly," and I said, "Oh, she talks so nicely. Did you hear? She said that I'm acting stupidly." And 5 years into the marriage, if she say you're acting stupidly, I will take an F-16, not M16, F-16. Are you with me? Words have no force, but words trigger, re-stimulate people. Words can trigger and re-stimulate people, but the re-stimulation is you, it's not me. Can I say what the re-stimulation that will happen with a specific word with you? I can also say good morning and you can get re-stimulated. I can say beautiful, I can say love, I can say all the beautiful thing and you can get re-stimulated. So what? You getting yourself re-stimulated. So the second, it is usually the person that complains of being exploited that is doing the exploiting by being a snake that bites with the exploit venom. And know how people would react to words, 100%. Well, you can totally predict how people react to words if they're in present time and you cannot predict if they are not in present time. Actually, the problem is that whenever you have a relationship and you put a dirt here, this dirt prevent you from being in present time, because what actually happen is this is time, okay, and you go along on this time and you are in total coordination in terms of time with everyone, and now you need to hide it. How do you hide it? You go into a different time stream. Actually, in the track, in the past, in the far past, you'll see that people will hide a city or a location by putting the location ahead of time. It's a very well-known technique to put something ahead of time. And when a person become useless, he put things behind time. He gets stuck in the past. When your attention gets stuck in the past, when you are 57 years old and you still think about what your dad did to you at the age of 3, you are stuck in the past. Are you with me? And so what happened is, because you're stuck in the past, there could not be a communication, because I'm here and you are here. We are not at the same time stream. You are moving much slower than me. You'll see that all relationship problems between married couples and between partners and so on stem from the inability, from a different rate of change, from a different speed. So I'm ahead and you are behind, or I'm behind and you are ahead. There is no actual communication that can occur, because in a different of time. And the only way to get into the same time is to be in present time. So you want to be as fast as you want. You want to be as instant as you can. And the faster you get, the more alive you are, because you will see that dead people are extremely slow. I don't know if you notice that dead people don't move. They move very, very slowly. If you tell to a dead person, let's go to dinner, it will take him longer than your wife to get ready, yes? Because they're extremely slow, yes? But if you tell to a very powerful executive, let's go to dinner, he will say 9, he will be there at 9, or maybe at 5 to 9. He will be on time. Are you with me? When a person start to deal with the dirt, when a person start to commit sins and he doesn't really able to, when you commit sin, you become less and less intelligence. So the intelligence reduces because you commit sins, because of the basic reason for sins is misunderstood words. So your intelligence reduce, you will become slower, and you will not understand why anyone to be faster, but no one will be able to be in communication with you if you are lagging behind. Are you with me? Because if I say hello, it needs to arrive to you more or less at the same time, otherwise you will not get it. Are you with me? Without changing that, without changing this delay, without removing this dirt that you're unaware of, that prevent you from being in contact with other people and makes you super slow, you will not succeed. And never mind, you will not succeed. You will be miserable even if you will assert that you're living a good life. Even if you will assert that you're living a good life. Are you with me? This is really key to understand. You need to remove this dirt, and to remove this dirt, it takes a lot of work. You've been putting these dirts for billions of years, not just this lifetime, and you need to clean it. Otherwise, you will have sounds in your head, you will have people talking to you, you will have all kinds of voices, you will have all kinds of things that give you commands, and you will deteriorate and deteriorate and deteriorate, where at the beginning you will you'll see that at the beginning a person talk, and then as it deteriorates, he stop talking, and then things talk to him, and then he worship those things that talk to him. He prays for them. There's an actual deterioration. At the beginning, you know that there is God. Then you believe there is God, which is a deterioration. Then you start to talk to God, ask him to do things for you, and then you pray for God. Are you with me? The highest, of course, you know there is God. No question asked. This is like 100 billion%. If I need to pray, is because I'm not sure that God is actually powerful enough to listen to me without me asking. Are you with me? And you'll see that in insane asylum, the high level crazy people think that they are God, and the low level insane people are afraid of God, are praying for God. Are you with me? Both insane, yes? This is really powerful. If you don't understand that in order for you to survive, you need relationships, and what prevents you is this thing, you need to learn how to move them, and there's a lot of work to remove them. There's a lot of things that you need to do in order to remove this dirt that you've been collecting in the last few 100 million years. Just this is the surface one. And if we can remove it in 50 months or 50 lessons or 100 lessons or 200 lessons, it is miracle. It's a miracle. It's really a miracle. By the way, just the fact of what you're hearing today already start to remove that. When I was 10 years old, I attended 3 per day on a mess. Okay. Third, only things can be exploited, and things do not have relationships. Do you understand that my cup do not have a relationship with the glass that stand next to it? The cup do not have a relationship with the coffee that's in it. Are you with me? I created the extreme wisdom. I spoke to you about the extreme wisdom in the last lesson. I created the extreme wisdom because I realized that people need a hand. People have a major problem. The relationships are broken, and they don't know that this is the reason why they don't really have income. And the only time that they do have income is because they somehow improve one or more relationships, and they don't realize the cause-effect relationship here. And they are alone, and they don't realize that the only time when they actually are not alone is because they actually created a relationship with someone, one or more person, and they get sick and they make mistakes because they don't realize that they are not in relationship with their bodies. They're not in relationship with even information. They really believe that the data is everything, while the truth is that the principle is everything. You see the difference between stupid people and smart people. Stupid people are obsessed with data, with facts. Smart people invent or know the principle that monitors the data, the facts. Are you with me? A mathematician is someone that used the formulas that some smart person invented. The guy that invented the formula don't care about the data. He is smart. He knows that the principle is similar to the data. Most of the people rely on data rely on facts, despite the fact that I tell them, look, facts, the definition, my definition of the word fact is only the current majority agreement, nothing more. The current majority agreement. If you will not study, if you will not get the data that I'm offering you in the extreme wisdom, I can guarantee that within a year from now, it's not that you will not change. Your condition will become worse. You become older, your debt grow, your upsets, which more important or more destructive than your debt, grows. You have more upset with more people, you have more fears, more anxiety, less wins, you get worse. So if I was you and someone will ask me, what is the best investment I can ever do? It will be the investment in me. And if you've been on this last few free seminars that I've done about the relationship snake, you know that what I teach you is real, is not nonsense, is something that brings results. It's the truth about the truth. That's what I teach. So I would go out of my way, even if I'm doing another seminar, let's say that I'm doing the business class or I'm doing one of the other seminars, I'll go out of my way to do the extreme wisdom. And if you want to do the extreme wisdom, simply find me, write to me, or go to the website and register. Because I don't want to go now and explain to you now all about the extreme wisdom, etc. Even if you're a new person, I gave you enough data already in this seminar to realize that you need to do something about your situation or about your situation. You have to do something about it because things are not, thank you, Curtis. Things are not going to improve just by you sitting there and hoping for the best. This universe is set up to destroy you. It's set up to destroy you. You really, thank you, Bridget, you really, really need to realize that there's nothing more important than removing this nonsense, nothing more important than learning the actual secrets. And we will cover all kind of things. We'll cover things like relationships and why do you commit sins, and a specific thing about how do you sell, and you say, what's the connection between sell and, you believe me, that sell is the ability to help. And if you are not helping, you will not be helped, and so on and so on. So you really need to be there. You really want to be there. It will change your life. And you already know that my seminars, regardless of what I call them, because I call the seminar in the name that makes sense to you, but I deliver in the things that will help you, not that what makes sense to you, because what makes sense to you got you to where you are right now, which is not optimal. No, it's not a once-off seminar, it's a series of seminars. It's going to be every month for 4 seminars. It's a weekly seminar, and it is what the being needs. It's not about how to improve your business. It's not about how to improve your body. It's not about how to improve your mind. It is what you need to demonstrate your true color. And your true color is the best in the universe. The most beautiful, the most powerful, and it goes through 16-inch metal plate. It's the best. Thank you, Luciana. All your seminars are life-changing. The seminar in person are really at the other on another level. Yes, thank you. Yes, I really suggest that you do whatever you can to attend it. Fourth, to be exploited, you must declare you are doing things that do not contribute to your life. and you do them against your free will. So if I am exploiting you, it means that you are willing to be exploited, and you do things against your free will. How useless can you be if you do things against your free will? Do you know that even if you are a slave, even if you are a prisoner, if you decide to do it out of your own free will, if I'm in prison, there's one thing to be in prison, but there's another thing to be worried about it. If I'm in prison, it will be the thing I love the most. When I was in the army, it was torture beyond torture, and I love every second, not because it was nice, but because I made it nice. If I work 20 hours per day or 21 hours per day, there is nothing that can excite me more than if I work more 21 hours per day. If I go to sleep, which I don't usually, but if I go to sleep and I sleep 12 hours, which I don't know how many years it didn't happen because I obviously didn't think it's so valuable, but if I do, it will be the best thing. And if I sleep 1 hour, it will be the best thing. 1 hour and 2 minutes, it's too much for me. I love what needs to be done. I fall in love with what I need to do to bring about the results, and I never admit that I do something not out of my free will. No one can force me to do anything because I can decide that I will fall in love with anything. Are you with me? It's a totally different viewpoint from effect to cause, from slow, unnoticeable decline. You turn into a fire-breathing being. This is something else. From being afraid to being cause, from being worried to being source, from experiencing failure after failure after failure to creating wealth. This is the difference. Kiko, between 3 and 4 hours. No one ever exploited you in a relationship. No one can exploit you in a relationship. There is no such thing as exploiting you in a relationship, except for one situation. For a relationship to be a relationship, you always give something and get something. There will not be a connection without this interchange. The something is not measurable, but it's always more valuable than acknowledged. What you get is always more valuable than acknowledged. Always. You really need to understand, if you look at all your relationships, you always get more than you actually admitted. If someone claims they were exploited, number one, they lie, as otherwise there could not have been a relationship. So in a relationship, there's give and take all the time. Number two, they claim they're a victim. You are never a victim. You always cause. That's the truth. And they're ungrateful. Are you with me so far? This is the truth. Everything will tell you the opposite. Everything will tell you the opposite. But if you take the opposite, you'll become smaller and less able. And even if what I'm saying is a lie or it's not true, it will bring results. So probably, not probably, 100%, it's true because it brings results. The other thing of being a victim, don't bring results. But having this viewpoint, who can touch you? Even God will think twice. Are you with me? Well, I mean, actually, God will touch you with his hand and make you blessed. That's what actually will happen. The exploit venom is very tricky as it is based on convincing you that you gave more than you got. Now, how do you measure the give and take in a relationship? How do you measure it? What is the unit of measurement that says the give and take? If I help you with giving you a piece of data that change your mind, If I change your viewpoint from going down to going up, and I give you just one piece of data, how do you measure it? How do you measure it? How do you measure the contribution that a mother gives to her children? How do you measure it? How do you measure the contribution of a boss that is willing to experience stupidity after stupidity after stupidity from an employee and still teach him and still explain and still be somehow understanding? How can you explain it? How can you measure it? And that's exactly what it is. In a relationship, it is almost impossible to measure what you gave and what you got. As relationships are held together by the pureness of the connection that enable pure interchange. The interchange is not in size. The interchange is in intention, the intention to help, the urge to help. You see that if you love someone, you have a strong urge to give them. It's not, you take a baby will bring you a flower. A baby will give you a piece, or a child will give you some sand. I remember that Hadar, my daughter, was responsible to preparing the breakfast for us, and every meal she was preparing the table, and she really wanted to make us happy, so she brought sand from the outside and she put sand all over the table. She wants to give. Do you understand? You will go out of your way. It's not important what you give. It's really not important what you give, but you want to give. And that tells you this is love. You take a mother and she will give her heart for her children. She wants to give her heart. Just give her a chance and she will. Are you with me? So you want to know if someone loves you? Do they want to give you? So how can you be exploited when love is all about giving? Are you with me? It's totally insane. It's basically telling you, look, love someone, but don't do the urge that you have naturally to give. Because if I give you, I help you. And if I help you, you will help me. And if you will help me, I'll help you again and I'll help other people. So it's an education. It's a covert education, not to help. And the basic purpose of man is to help. The basic purpose of man is to help. Even when you commit a sin, you commit it in an effort to resolve a problem. If you check, you will see that every time you committed a sin, you committed it in an effort to resolve a problem. You didn't know how to resolve the problem, so you committed the sin, but the intention was good. It's really very, very destructive to convince you that you are being exploited. The give and take in a relationship does not have a definite value. There is one thing you can measure for sure. Anyone that tries to convince you to give less is trying to destroy your relationship. It's really something that totally counterintuitive. I go around and I hear almost every person that still have something in them and didn't go totally dead. They will tell you, well, you know, the problem with me that I give too much. No, it's not. It can never be the problem. You cannot give too much. You cannot give too much. You can give too much and having a misunderstanding about the demand for return. So it's not that I give too much, I don't demand return, maybe. And in 97.5% of people, if you give them too much, they will give you back too much, so it's not too much. So you have 2.5% of people that are insane, that you give them too much and you will need to force them to give you back, but it's 2.5% of society, and because of 2.5% of society that may do that, you destroy yourself forever and ever and ever. Are you with me? You should give more and more. And if you find you don't get back enough, you can ask, you can demand, you can communicate, or do something much better. Any idea what you can do that is much better if the other side don't actually give you more? Don't give you back? Any idea? Much better, something that fix any relationship instantly. Yeah, you give more and more and more and more, and you give more and you give more, but it doesn't happen. It doesn't, like, the other side don't really get the message. Children, you give them and you give them and you give them, and somehow they don't get the message. They don't give you back. They just become useless, and then they become teenager and they start to attack you, your own children. So you've tried to give even more. Yes. So what is it? Communicate. You've tried to communicate. You've tried to communicate, because I said you can ask, demand, communicate, or do something much better. Exchange in abundance is already, you give more and more and more and more. You exchange, yes, you exchange more than expected. You give to your children much more than they expected. And still they think, oh, I don't know, it's a good answer. Ask for something. You did. I said you can ask, demand, communicate, or do something much better. What is the much better? The something much better is not ask, it's not demand, it's not communicate. Are you with me? I don't know, it's a good answer. Well, you have to know what it is, because you will get hit by this many times with very, very, very close relationships when things become normal. Your children got used to that you give them, and you got used that you just give and not get. And you ask and you demand and you say all kind of things, but it doesn't work. So you really have to know what this much better thing is. Are you with me? Do you understand why you need to know what it is? Because otherwise there's no future. Absolutely. This is one of the things that we will learn in the Extreme Wisdom. I highly suggest that you will join the Extreme Wisdom. This is the last chapters of the free relationship seminar. Next week, we will continue with the normal relationship seminars for the people that are part of the group. I will go back into the subject of relationships, etc. And thank you very much for joining today. Thank you for everyone that promoted it. If you really want to improve your life, join the Extreme Wisdom. Of course, you have 100% money back guarantee, so you have zero risk. And most of you know the value that you get from what I'm teaching. It will be more than you expected, for sure. You need it more than you need money, more than you need water, more than you need air, because this is all physical. What I'm going to give you in the Extreme Wisdom is for you, and it's forever. So it's the best investment ever. Thank you very much. Thank you for Anna for being the admin, and thank you for participating, and thank you for Gal for checking the English and making it English, and thank you for everyone that promoted this webinar. I don't know how many people we had, but I think we had like 45, 50, 60 people on the webinar. 50. Okay, so it's really good. Thank you, and I will see you tomorrow in the Mind Camp. Bye-bye. Thank you.